Hello, my name is Cherokee Sky. This is my current event oral presentation for social psychology. The concept I have chosen to do from Chapter 7 is the Yale attitude change approach. What is the Yale attitude change approach? Well, to put it in simple terms, the Yale attitude change approach studies how people change their opinions, attitudes, and views when they are confronted with messages of persuasion. What does this mean? It simply means how people react when someone is trying to change their mind and how they accomplish that goal. There are 3 components or factors of the Yale attitude change approach, and we'll start with the first on the next slide, which is the source. The source just means where the information is coming from. Who is speaking? What are their qualifications? Are they attractive? Are they trustworthy? Another factor in the Yale attitude change approach is the message. The message is just the information the source is trying to get across. There are a few key factors that determine the quality of the message. What is the information? Where does it come from? Is the source reliable, or did it come from the internet with no real support? The last factor we have is audience. This has a lot to do with how people perceive a message for a lot of reasons, such as, are they paying attention? Are they intelligent enough to process the information that was given to them? Are they the intended audience? Meaning, do they fall into the category you're trying to get your point across to? All of these factors have a strong influence on whether or not you'll change your attitude about something, and even for how long you'll change your attitude for. How does this play a part in your everyday life? There are plenty of real-world examples of the Yale attitude change approach. The most common one is everyday marketing. No matter where you go or what you're doing throughout the day, it is likely that you'll come across an advertisement of some sort. Whether you're watching TV, listening to the radio, or walking around town, advertising is everywhere, and the sole purpose of it is to try to change your opinion so that you will buy their products. The source is the company that's trying to persuade you. They may use celebrities and people that you like or find attractive, or qualified people to send the message so that way you're more likely to listen. They fill the message of the advertisement with things you want to hear to pull you, and you are the audience in which they are trying to change the opinion of. Now that we've looked at a common way, let's look at a pretty recent and relevant example of this, which is the presidential campaign. The presidential campaign is a prime example of the Yale attitude change approach. These are a bunch of people who use marketing to try to win you over so that you will vote for them. The sources are the candidates. The messages are their political views. They make it very clear how they view certain things so that way if you relate, you're more likely to vote for them. They may also, however, withhold information and use deceit to get you to vote for them if they have differing views. For example, if a candidate is racist or homophobic or sexist, they are not going to tell you that information because they could lose lots of voters. This also ties back to the source and whether or not they are trustworthy. And then there's the audience, which is you. The goal of the campaigns is not to change the belief of people who already agree with them. It's to sway other people to their side. And depending on your intelligence or understanding of the information given to you, it could work. Let's say you don't know much about politics, but a politician says that he will raise the minimum wage, which is something you support. They will use the lack of knowledge to their advantage and try to use things like that to get you to vote for them. Regardless of how you may feel about their other policies in which you don't understand. The Yale attitude change approach is a very powerful persuasive tool that uses all three factors, source, message, and audience, together to successfully change your attitude or opinion about something. It is a lot more common than you realize. It can be used in marketing, campaigns, or even day-to-day life. It can even be brought up in casual conversation. If your friend is trying to convince you to go see the movie they want to see instead of the one that you want to see, it is likely that they will use this tactic to persuade you. Everyone at some point in their lives has or will use the Yale attitude change approach as a method of persuasion. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.